I've got to tell you, I think YouTube is an amazing place. There's always something new to learn, and sometimes it's really important. Now, what I did, I got to tell you, I performed another semi-medical procedure on myself. I'm not going to show you pictures because they would be gross. But for many years, I've had a toenail fungus under the nail of my big toe on my right foot. It never bothered me much. I just didn't like the fact that it was there. On TV, you see these commercials all the time for topical treatments for toenail fungus, right? You've seen them on TV. Well, with the new CVS pharmacy just down the road, I decided it was time to do something about it. Besides which, I was in the neighborhood anyway, because this is, by the way, this is a Keto Beverage. It's half and half. It's coffee syrup, sugar-free coffee syrup. Half of it is half and half. Half of it is heavy whipping cream. It's almost like drinking melted ice cream, but it's high in fat, which is important on a keto diet. And it's delicious. Okay, as I mentioned, I was up the street there anyways because I had to go to a place called PIology. Is there a PIology pizza restaurant where you live? Seeing one here actually is kind of amusing because this is a college town. PIology, like biology, and they refer to it as the science of making pizza. It seems more like a play on words when there was a university nearby. Well, I went to PIology because I wanted to try a pizza made on cauliflower pizza crust. It's keto friendly, and as most of you know, and that's what this is, I've been on a keto diet since January, and I've lost nearly 30 pounds so far. So it's working. Also, I needed to go to that PIology because our favorite restaurant just closed. The owners wanted to retire. It was our best, most favorite meeting place for gathering with friends. We liked the Chinese buffet, and I liked it because I could be selective about what I thought I could carefully eat. And over food, we discussed news and politics. We met almost every week. It was a lot of fun, but yeah, like I said, the owners wanted to retire. They just shut the restaurant down. As far as I know, it hasn't even sold. It's just closed. Well, with that restaurant gone, it was time to look for another meeting place. So PIology will actually work fine because the pizza on that cauliflower pizza crust was delicious. Now, I'm digressing, aren't I? It's because I don't want to talk about toenail fungus. Back to the disgusting stuff. While the pizza was in the oven over there, I walked next door to the pharmacy and I bought some of this stuff. It's called Fungi-Nail. Now, I read the directions and I felt like I knew what I was doing, but I wasn't absolutely sure. I wasn't feeling really certain that I was doing exactly the right thing. Would the way I treated my nail, would it be effective enough? So I decided to go further than these directions. I went on to YouTube to try to find some instructions. Now, if you want to be grossed out, go to YouTube and type Fungi-Nail in the search field. I'll put the name down there for you, Fungi-Nail, right? And then select when the possibilities pop up. There's one that's called applicator pen. It has applicator pen in there. Watch the video that starts with the title, a question, have nail fungus? It's by a guy who calls himself the Toe Bro. I assume he's a doctor. He talks like one. Don't watch the video while you're eating unless you have a strong stomach. However, I learned a lot, right? It turns out just painting around the edge of the nail and under the nail in the front edge isn't enough. You have to get the medicine where the fungus is. And in this video I watched, this doctor removed part of the toenail of a man he was working on to expose the ugly stuff underneath it. Now the nail was already separated, so it wasn't like a bloody surgical procedure, and it wasn't painful. He told the patient, tell me if this is too sensitive, tell me if this hurts. The patient was fine because the nail had already disconnected because of the fungus underneath. And he also used, he used this, I'll call it a surgical grade grinder thing to sand the nail thinner so it would be easier to peel off. It was sort of like a Dremel tool, but smaller and probably a lot more expensive. Well, I have a Dremel. This is my electric Dremel, and I've got a sanding drum on the end. I use this. Semi-surgical, right? Oh, that's good. I like that. Okay, so very carefully, I ground down the surface of the nail until it was easy to peel off above the fungus. It peeled back almost like skin. It came off very easily and no pain. It was very easy to do. And after very carefully cleaning and drying the exposed area underneath, then I applied the medicine around the nail and in the area where the fungus had been. And I got to tell you, already it looks a lot better, even though part of the nail is missing. And I did this only a few hours ago, but it looks cleaner because the fungus is out of there, or most of it, or at least what I could get out. Supposedly it takes about a year for the toenail to grow from the cuticle to the end of the toe. About a year, it said in the video. Which is a long time. The fungus was only about halfway back, so I'm assuming it will take 6 to 8 months of treatments, twice a day. The directions say once in the morning and once in the evening, to fully destroy any fungus that might still be there as the nail grows out. So hopefully in 6 to 8 months, the nail will look fully normal again, like it does on my left foot. It was only the one nail that had the fungus. Now, I must admit, I am squeamish about some things. I cauterized my own nose without any difficulty at all. And I did it in one of these videos. Some of you saw. You saw me do it. You watched. And by the way, I still haven't had a single nosebleed since then. What's it been? About a year and a half? A little bit of blood doesn't bother me. In one of these videos, a couple videos ago, I used a meter to test a little droplet of my blood for ketones. That didn't bother me at all. Using that little device to poke a hole in my skin to get a little bit of blood out, that didn't bother me. But nails, especially toenails, they give me the creeps. I don't know why. But the worst of it is over, I hope. I did the cleaning. I removed about half the nail. It looks like it might be fine. I might need to do more trimming and cleaning later, but hopefully not, or at least not much. Now, if you suffer from toenail fungus and you want to treat it yourself, watch the YouTube videos. They'll either discourage you from attempting it, or you'll learn how to take care of the problem properly yourself, hopefully. I won't know for about a year if I did the right thing. But as I said, it already looks better. It looks cleaner. It looks healthier than it did before. And I feel better because I did something about it. I actually worked on the problem, and that's worth something. So that's my kitchen vlog this time around. Thanks for watching.